Hey there, Kalyn here, and welcome to the first video in a new series that Emily, Leapart, and I have started called Too Many Cards. We'll each be creating a card using the same stamp set or supplies and sharing our unique take on it in a video. Emily and I first became friends when we were on the Paper Smooches design team, so we decided to start this video series by using some Paper Smooches stamps and dies. And be sure to check the description box below to find out how you can win a $25 gift card to the Paper Smooches store. Emily and I decided to use the Pineapple Crush stamp set and also the Pineapple Crush icons dies that go along with it. So we just really love the stamp set. It's pretty new from Paper Smooches and it's just great for summer cards. So I'm taking that die and I'm going to be making a series of pineapples across the front of my card. So I kind of measured out roughly and I could tell that 6 would fit on the card front. So I die cut those just using some white cardstock, and then I'm going to take the coordinating stamps and stamp down a black outline on 3 of them and then just some color on the other 3. Now I'm taking one of the stamps that coordinates with that top of the pineapple, and I'm using some Hawaiian Shores ink from Paper Tray ink to stamp that down. Then I'm going to use that same color ink again and just use some of these small little pieces to fill in the top of the pineapple that has the black outline. There's not a stamp that coordinates perfectly with that. You could also color it with markers if you wanted, but it does include these little pieces that you can kind of build your own custom top to a pineapple if you want. So I just use those to fill that in with color. Now I'm taking some orange zest ink and that first stamp that I used on the individual pineapple top and stamping that down. Then I decided to do the same thing with limeade ice on the third piece, and then I'm going to just recreate that step that I used for the pineapple top with the outline and just use those individual small pieces to fill the tops with the orange color and then with the green color. Now I'm taking some fresh peach ink from Hero Arts and I'm using that to stamp the base of one of those individual pineapples. What's great about this set is it comes with so many different options for patterns that you could put on the bottom of your pineapples. So I'm just using some Fresh Berries ink from Ranger and then taking that little patterned triangle stamp and putting that on the bottom of that pineapple base. Then taking some mustard seed ink from Ranger as well and just inking that up and stamping that on the base of another pineapple. Then I decided to use one of the hexagon stamps and a little bit of some soft apricot ink from Hero Arts, ink that up, and then just stamp kind of a random geometric pattern using that hexagon. Now taking some Aqua Mist ink from Paper Tray ink, inking up the last bottom of the pineapple stamp and then putting that on the final individual piece that I have. Then for the pattern on that blue pineapple base, I decided to take the diamond stamp and some peacock feathers ink from Ranger and just stamp a little bit of a diamond pattern on this one. I decided then that I wanted to switch up the tops and bottoms of the pineapples to kind of be random different colors that definitely would not occur in nature, but I just thought it would be fun and make it more colorful and just kind of balance out the colors better. So I decided to take those bottom stamps and stamp the pineapples with the black outlines in some mismatched colors. Now I'm using my quick stick tool to pick up these little die cut pieces and just kind of try to arrange them on my card. I probably should have planned this out a little bit better because I do end up changing it in the end, but I just really wanted it to kind of be random and not feel super planned out, which is something I usually go for in my card designs. But because I had an even number of colors and pineapple shapes, it got a little bit tricky. So you can just see me here kind of arranging and rearranging things to see how I wanted it to be finally laid out on my card. Now I'm taking one of the sentiments in the stamp set that says thanks so much, and I'm just going to stamp that down on some white cardstock and some black ink. Then I'm going to be trimming that piece and putting it in the center of the card. Now that I have the basic layout all figured out, I'm just going to take my favorite adhesive, the Tombow Mono Multi Glue, and I'm going to start gluing each individual piece down on the card base. Now I'm going to take that strip with my sentiment on it and some foam adhesive squares and just put 3 on there and then stick that in the very center of the card. I could have stopped there, but I really wanted to add some extra embellishments, so I just took some enamel dots I had on hand. You can see I'm just about done with this pack, and found some colors that I thought coordinated well with the ink colors that I used. So I just added a couple of those, and then I found another set in my stash that I also thought coordinated really well. I think these are both from My Mind's Eye, but they're pretty old, so I will try to link them below if I can find them, but any enamel dots will do. There are so many great ones out on the market. So I just added some ones to the pineapples and then added a couple in the center to really draw your eye towards the sentiment. And now it seems like I can't make a card these days without putting some sequins on it. I just really love the subtle shine and texture that it adds. So I'm just taking some small clear sequins and adding those on with some adhesive dots. So that's going to finish off this card. Thank you so much for joining Emily and I. Be sure to check out her video, which is linked below, as well as my blog post and her blog post on these cards. And don't forget, you can comment to win a $25 gift card. Thanks so much for watching.